Peace, y'all. It's Rise Above TV. Back at it with another video, you feel me? This is going to be, I think it's going to be titled, Don't Let Your Emotions Get in the Way. You feel me? So, like, today when I went to work out, I just got back, you feel me, from the park and shit. We working out at the park, doing pull-up bars and shit like that, you feel me? Jump rope, resistance bands and all the good stuff, you know. But as I was on my way to the park today walking, I just felt so sad, you feel me? Like, feel really sad. And I just had my head down. I kept trying to remind myself, like, keep your head up, you know what I'm saying? Some in me was just telling me, like, my higher self was just telling me, keep your head up. So I was keeping my head up, but I kept putting it down. And then a song came on by Tory Lanez, and like at the end of the verse he said, keep your head high, it's a blessing in disguise. And I shit made me cry. I was like, damn, like, it was like a message through the song, you know. And I got to the park, you know, I usually work out with a group, but they were there, but I just worked out by myself, just, you know, focused in on myself and shit like that, because I'm learning, like, it's best not to avoid your emotions, but to, like, just face it, just feel it, just deal with it, you know. Even if, you know, it may throw people off, even if it may seem like you have an attitude, you know what I'm saying, even if, you know, you gotta be by yourself, you know what I'm saying, like, just do what you gotta do to really feel it, and don't let nobody make you feel weird or like wrong for just accepting how you feel, you know. So that's what I did today, and I got my work in, and I feel really good. I still have emotional, like, stuff going on within me internally, but, you know, working out definitely does help you process of that shit a lot better. But I still, you know, cried on my way there, just teared up, not really cried, but just teared up, and just made sure I just kept going, you know. And I just want y'all to know, like, whatever you're going through emotionally, especially men, because I'm talking to especially men. When I say especially men, it's because, like, a lot of women, they don't really care. I'm gonna make a video about that, but a lot of women, they don't really care about a man's emotions and shit, you feel me? So it's like, it's a lot of that shit we have to deal with alone, you feel me? And, you know, from brother to brother, you feel me? From man to man, however you want to put it, like, deal with your emotions, you know what I'm saying? Feel that shit out. You ain't gotta do it in public. You don't have to do it in front of nobody. You ain't gotta cry to your girl or no shit like that. But make sure you are tending to your emotional realm, tending to your emotional body, you know, so you can be, you know, balanced, you feel me? And not just, you know, full of anger and just full of, like, hostility and shit and not knowing why, you feel me? Yeah, so, you know, if you ever feeling like, damn, like, I'm doing all this work, I'm doing all this shit for my body and shit, and I still feel weird, like, I still feel like shit, like, my gut still feels weird, like, I'm not really dropping weight like I expected myself to, and a lot of the times it's because of the emotional baggage that you're holding on to, that you're trying to cope with through working out and other stuff. So once you do that, then you'll start to notice, like, it's easier for you to lose weight, like, that belly will start dropping down, you know what I'm saying? Once you're, like, really crying and purging out, you know, all them toxins and shit, you probably start farting, burping and shit like that. You know, I don't know about burping, but you probably start farting and shit, just like you're digesting, you're processing, like, it's very cleansing, crying and shit, and, you know, you just feel way better, you know. So don't let that shit stop you, you feel me? Don't let that shit get in the way, whatever you're going through. It don't matter what you're going through. Like, my pops passed, you know what I'm saying? And I've been having all kind of issues, but I don't let none of that shit get in the way. I use it all as fuel. So yeah, man, it's okay to cry it out. You feel me? And then get back to work. You know what I'm saying? Unless you gotta really like grieve and shit like that, is different. But still be on your P's and Q's so that you equip your body and your mind with the the chemicals and the hormones and shit that you need to be able to like process that shit in a healthy way to where you don't get all suicidal and all that extra shit. You feel me? So yeah, you still got to take care of yourself even when you tend into your emotions. You know, um, our body is one; it's all tied together. So you know, you can be unhealthy even though you're eating healthy because you're not dealing with your emotional realm. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to share my experience today, and just in general, you know, I be going through a lot, and I just make sure that I stay focused on my craft because that's the only thing like I really care about, and that's the only thing that really gets me through life for real. Even when I was homeless and all this other shit, like I didn't let my emotions get the best of me. I didn't let my ego get like. I literally just stay focused on working out, taking care of my body, taking care of my health. So I equip myself with the mindset, you know, to endure anything, any trials and tribulations that comes my way. So yeah, do not let your emotions get in the way of progress. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, much love, peace.